I had to defend me, I would take the night off. I wouldn't even come to work. You just got to pick your poison.
So there aren't really that many games that you would call a little bit of a pressure game, but it's important to them to win, so there's a little pressure on them today.
No, I don't think there's any pressure. They're the #1 seed in the Western Conference.
Ribbing about Carolina's rough season, although they won yesterday. Bynum misses the dunk.
They got the 4-10 in the ACC yesterday.
Going to beat the Lakers. That's not going to happen. If you're going to beat the Lakers, you will have to be a physical basketball team playing with a lot of force.
Artest right up into Anthony. Anthony contested shot won't go, but a foul. Artest with the steal. Good physical defense. And an easy two for Ron Artest. Of course, the Laker defense has been one of the better defenses in the league this year.
You know, defensively, you got to be committed to doing your work prior to the catch. So you see Artest battling and then the active hands, not allowing Carmelo to catch it where he wants to. Active hands, comes up with the steal and gets rewarded for his energy and effort.
Perhaps wants to make a point.
Well, you better believe somebody pointed out that fact. I believe his mindset is, hey, if he reads it, so what? He's going to go at me? He's going to go at me anyway. So I have nothing to lose. Just come ready to play. Daydream to myself, and I would go so far as to say Chauncey Billups is the most underrated point guard that this league has seen.
Played his best when his best has been needed.
Well, it's been well documented. 5 teams in his first 4 years before he found a home, as well as winning. Artest right back on Anthony. Tough shot won't go. Can score in so many different ways.
And that's why the Lakers are trying to keep the ball out of his hand and double team. Here, Artest steals the in.
Lakers 4 for 8 for downtown.
Give me this type of basketball any day of the week. This is 2 guys going at it. Referees allowing.
It's funny you should mention that, Jeff. Ron was telling me in the locker room before the game that he's trying to add the flop to his repertoire. I don't know if he was really serious or not, but he was serious when he said that he thought that his defense was getting a little bit slow because of that plantar fasciitis in his feet. He said he weighed 268 pounds about 6 weeks ago, and that was too much weight on his feet, so he dropped down to now he's 258. He just went and weighed himself. He's 258, wants to be at 252 by the playoffs.
Adding the flop to your repertoire. As Anthony's shot won't go, air ball, and the Nate tips it.
We'll take that back. Looking at Ron Artest, he has a live body.
He has 4 assists, same amount of points. Billups and Fisher, a couple of veteran point guards. Anthony on the drive, goes into Powell. Shot won't go, tipped by Nene.
I just can't. Odom flash to the midpoint in the lane. Or Josh Powell did. Nice pass to Lamar Odom along the baseline. Good offense by the Lakers.
Billups inside to Anthony. Anthony gets across.
And I like the way that Powell is playing because he's a big man that's trying to attack on both ends of the floor. He's seeking the basket.
Was receiving a lot of warmth here on the road, but a physical game between these 2 teams, as is always the case. Halftime at Staples Center, only a 7-point deficit right now for LA.
Well, Chauncey Billups mentioned it in the halftime interview that they have squandered some opportunities.
To the game plan on both ends of the floor.
They're back in it right now within 5, just like that. Flalo, 5 on the shot clock. Artest with the steal. Bryant throws it ahead. Ron Artest goes in. And just like that.
And then defensively, Ron Artest again with the deny, deflects the basketball off to the races. Lakers on a 6-0 run. Artest with the lane.
The Big East coaches who in 10 years voted Mark Jackson and Allen Iverson Defensive Players of the Year. That's who I'm looking at. Those Big East coaches. I'm looking at a quandary like, are they seeing what I'm seeing?
Another missed shot for Denver.
And don't give me, I know Mark's already given me his stats. I'm the top 25 in steals as there's a jump ball.
14 on the shot clock. And they had a strong first half. Phillips to Martin. 0 for 6 to start the third. 10-2 run to begin the third. Anthony says, let's clear it out. Anthony drives on Artest, clears some space, and draws the foul. Aflalo. Anthony on the drive again, goes right at Bynum, trying to flip it underneath.
You see active hands, Melo with the drive.
You know, people like to talk about Chris Paul and Darren Williams and Steve Nash and Jason Kidd, and all those guys are great point guards.
Yeah, by the way, they should be talking about those guys.
As Anthony lost it, he says he's not the flashiest.
Gain him a valuable voice in the locker room.
They don't have a chance of beating the Lakers if Chauncey Billups isn't in the Nuggets uniform.
Off the turnover, here comes Kobe Bryant.
And he plays his role exceptionally well.
Chris Anderson back in for Denver, and it's just only a 4-point game. Artest pokes it out of bounds. If you weren't looking at the score.
And give Artest credit, too. He is making it extremely hard on Carmelo Anthony. Denying him the ball, stripping him a number of times today, challenging shots.
Anthony is just 5 of 17.
We talk about battling, not giving up on a play, getting back to the body of Melo, active hands. That's how we play D at St. John's, Coach.
You know, why is it good enough just to be even with him in that? You see the Lakers with Artest, Kobe Bryant's defending with aggression. You can exceed these people.
Artest.
By Artest.
Just superb hands, physical D, and excellent hands. See Anthony Carter in there. Ty Lawson hurt his shoulder, so he's done for the afternoon. Final seconds, Anthony. They're trying to foul him, and then he turns it over.
Now they're doing it the second half. Ron's starting to play Anthony quite well. I like that. I'm still not happy with what we're doing offensively, but we've gained some ground.
We're telling the guys in the...
All right, Lisa, they outscored the Nuggets 24-18 in that third quarter.
Ron Artest on the defensive end. Focus. You talk about the eyes, seeing the ball, active. When he's at his best, he uses that strength. Deflecting the basketball. How about great hands, not giving up on a play. Once again, sticking with the body of Carmelo Anthony. Active hands coming up with the loose ball. I tell you what, this is the best Ron Artest has played defense that I've ever seen. And that's saying a lot. He hasn't played great defense as a Laker, but in his history, this is a proven defender. This is his best work.
Well, they've taken better care of the ball, but they've also found a competitive spirit. You just watch Kobe Bryant run through Chris Anderson's screen. They're much more assertive and aggressive.
Anthony, tough shot.
You figure out how you can be effective against this Nuggets team.
He's got 7 points in the quarter already. We've just played over 3 minutes. 18 for the game. Anderson catches and flips it up. Smith able to come down with it. 3 on the shot clock. Smith blocked by Bryant. And offensive foul on Carmelo Anthony. And he's fouled out of the game. Pushing off on Ron Artest. Huge call. Artest has been physical with him all game long.
That's not a 6th foul right there. That's just play basketball. Let's try to bring this thing home. Chauncey Billups, George Karl, Carmelo Anthony upset with that call.